Good morning. Happy Friday. I'm the Moon Mama. How y'all doing today? Well, today is Friday, and I don't know if you guys are anything like me, but it almost doesn't matter what day of the week it is because I'm home. I've been working from home for probably about 10 years. So when the whole world went on quarantine, I was like, oh, everybody's joining me at home now. This is fantastic. Um, But Friday is the day that is governed by Venus. Venus is the planet of restoration. Um, Venus, if you think about Venus, and if you think about these planetary energies as archetypes, and I don't know if you guys studied mythology in junior high school or high school or whatever, but I did, and I have always loved mythology, whether it be biblical. The Bible is not considered mythology, but to me, it's mythological, and mythology just has a way of talking about these archetypes and telling stories and fables about these archetypal energies that help us see ourselves. That's what it's for. So, Venus, Venus is this goddess. She's feminine and sensual and desirable and has some sense of, in some cultures, she has purity, and in other cultures, she's, considered a whore. But Venus, or in the Yoruba culture, she is Oshun. So there's Venus, there is Madonna, there is Oshun. All of these are these sensual, goddess-like feminine energies that are at their core, they are restorative. There is beauty, there is sensuality, there is fruit and earth, and the naked woman and all that sort of stuff. All that's Venetian, and so, um, and it's sensual and feminine. And one of the things that has been really significant, because Venus has been in Gemini and it was retrograde, and if you want, there's still time, not much, but you can, if you just want to go experience and see what this Venus energy is like, you can go take my class, and it's here on my profile link. It's called Venus Retrograde, What You Won't Do for Love. I actually have two classes: What You Won't Do for Love, and cash rules everything around me, because Venus governs love and Venus governs money. And so if you think about your own sensual energy and what sparks it, what enlivens it, what activates it. I know for me personally, this has been one of the most rigorous years, because this Venus energy is a very lover-like energy. And the lover really just lives in this place of yes. Like the lover is, the ultimate whore. In the Western world, we make that be something wrong, but archetypally and mythologically, the whore is the woman who has all this sensual magnetic power. She's the one who can have anyone she wants, and she uses her power to fuel her beauty, to fuel her connection to nature, to fuel her connection to the world. And that power is her sexuality. She's not, she doesn't put her sexuality away like we do in the West. We try to say that we're equal to men, but the reality is that I'm not equal to a man. Anyone else can say that they are, but I don't believe that I'm equal to a man, because I know that my sexuality is far greater than any man's sexuality could ever be. And most women, when we give ourselves the permission to be who we really are, we can tell the truth that our sexuality is insatiable. Like there is no bottom, there is no satisfaction, because we are connected to the divine force of the universe. So we have this eternal energy that's moving through us, that shows up as our ability to create life. And that energy, it changes when you move through menopause, but it's still there. You're still a creative force of the universe, and you're just not designed to create children anymore, but you're still designed to birth realities and use your mind and your intellect to do great things. And so that's that Venus energy today. And like I said, I have been really looking at my sensual energy, and it has been the most challenging thing ever. I am really noticing how as a woman, I wasn't really taught how, and I had a mother who was a prostitute, so she was much more sensual and sexual than probably most other mothers, because most mothers were trapped in Christianity, and that story of like being a virgin and all that kind of stuff, which is just a way to control our sexual energy, and control it, give it to the masculines and allow men to control it when really our sexual energy is for us to control. Um, but like I was saying, that I wasn't taught how to really utilize my sensual sexual energy. So now I'm a 50 something year old woman trying to figure, and I'm not trying to figure it out. I'm healing it. I'm healing those ideas. I'm healing those patterns that I've learned. This idea that we have been taught that our sexuality is purely for the gratification of men, and that, that we're like subject to men. And so I've been doing work inside of my body to come back home to myself, to own my sensuality and my sexuality. And um, it has been humbling to say the least. It has been humbling to say the least. It has been confusing. It has been exciting, but it has also been very scary. Um, and, and understanding that our sexuality is our creative energy. Our sexuality and our creative energy and our spiritual energy are one thing inside of women. And so the more I give myself permission to consider this and feel this and study and look at how I've done it in the past and decide what works and what doesn't, what I've discovered is that I'm like throwing everything out. Like I almost don't even know. Like it's so weird. It's so weird. And the reason I'm doing this work is because are having this Capricorn energy. And so all of our structures and systems are coming undone. And we're starting to see these conversations about gender and how, the young people aren't identifying with gender in the same way. And as I study mythology and cosmology, I'm beginning to see that everything in the universe is feminine and masculine, or yin and yang. And it's not necessarily about man and woman as much as it is about feminine and masculine, and where we feel more called to. Like some women are women, but they have more masculine energy. And that doesn't mean that they are lesbian women. It just means that they have energy that's more masculine. It functions more outward. And then some women are more feminine. Their energy functions more internal. Like that's how I am. My energy is much more internal. I'm more feminine. And that doesn't have anything to do with the fact that I'm a woman. It's just the way the energy works inside of me. And so as I'm learning this, it's fascinating, because I'm seeing that the way I've been doing it up till now just doesn't work for me any longer. And I almost don't know how to be. It's very strange. Anyway, so I hope this is helpful. Today, the moon is in Virgo, and the moon in Virgo is about service. It's about service to ourselves. It's about perfection. And this energy in Virgo of perfection is about, it's not critical perfection. It's about looking at what is, like actually being able to say, here's what's happening right now. And then here's what needs to happen in order for us to perfect this or get better. You can look in your life and see what's actually happening in your life right now. Like, where are you functioning from? So for instance, I just had this conversation with you guys about my sensuality, and I've been looking at it and going, oh, my sensuality is actually really immature. It's wired towards like pleasing men and stepping over my own needs or what I feel or what I think, for the sake of trying to, secure some love outside of me. That's what my sexuality was. That's how I was using it before now. And now I'm looking at it and seeing that that's what it was. And I'm going, okay, how do I make that better? I'm not judging myself for that. I'm not making myself wrong. I see how I got that way. And now I'm asking, what can I do to make it better? And so I'm going to then create a plan, or, some sort of, strategic process to help myself heal. Just the way I would if I had some other sort of diagnosis. Like my diagnosis is that my sensuality is broken. And so I'm going to be working to heal it. So with the moon in Virgo, I encourage you to look at, maybe you want to look at your own sensual practices, but Venus, you could look at your money, you can look at the way you relate to others, you can look at the way the people in your life and see how they're mirroring you and what's working and what's not. And if you feel really compelled, check out the Venus What's Love Got to Do with It course. It's a great, fantastic course that offers rituals and perspectives and just, questions to help you see where you are and then where you want to go. So with that, happy Friday. I am the Moon Mama. Have a wonderful day today and peace and blessings. And thank you to all the new people that are here and for leaving comments and for reaching out to me behind the scenes. And I really appreciate and love you all very much. Thank you. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.